Choice. It's not our choice, it's not the government's choice, it's not the World Bank's choice. It's the choice of the people, and they must decide what they want. And if there is compensation, in what form it should be, and then it will be the decision of whether it's viable to go ahead or not. But it's not a question of the project being forced on them. It's if they want the project, and that's what we try to emphasize here. Well, what we're trying to speak to them is a way beyond what they can imagine, really, because of their lack of exposure to commercial agriculture. Therefore, as mooted by one of the questionnaires, why don't we visit one of the sites already been set up? So I think one of the priorities should be to try and get those people to visit one of the existing irrigation schemes that's up and running, and let them actually question their peers in that site, not actually listen to us, who are not actually involved in a project itself, but we need the participants of another project to speak to them. I think that would be the first important step to take, and then they must come back and resolve the issues amongst themselves. I think the majority are for the development, there's no doubt, but I think it's these historical fears that are there, and they might not be able to address these fears, I don't know.
The best options to address their fears and suspicions comes with a study tour. It all starts with a visit to some of the best models fostering change among the rural poor. One such visit begins with the Chianzi Irrigation Scheme. Chianzi Irrigation Scheme is a model and not so much of a project with a huge investment to write home about. But it offers the best picture from its inception to what it is today.
So nevo baganjakira ng'anda amagrazi forums kino chine ndishiteka botu abana bangu taku bubibi buliwo andimwe bulimbu mwaza kulibonena twamutora kumunda mwabona mapope mwabona raisi zishango zonse zitulima kuno mwashipona bakang'angira ng'anda mulandu ndali mupenshi chiyakazira project yakazira mulandu wabupenshi mbutu akalinga bwalo chino chindi twabakabotu mulandu tulichiteru gwasho ku project.
They are not stealing your land.
Land tababwesi land njiyesu bana besu abalo balikabotu nkambo chintu tajitari giri penka chiraya bichana ingata twamba itwapenga kune monkotu ya tulakukalaga botu
izwaku lusitu oko kuli mbunga ayalo yenda kupanga irrigation ndasiko kuno kuchanyanya bubo tumunda jana ko kuno ndajana kuti benzuma bakasumpuka bakazwa mapenzi ngibali jisi ali muchandikotela ivantu balo bakajeneka kuti bali mumasena omuya muyanda kuba irrigation bakayagirwa manda nkokuti akulimbiswe esho ndali kulombozika kuti chikachitike akwalo kambo kuba libali mumasena omuya kutegwa bakakubike irrigation mwati chabota maningi kambo ndaiya zinji ibulimi twabundabubona mulimbu kubede mubulimwa andiso ndali kulomboza kuti kulusitu tukakubereke muli benzuma mulimbu twajana kuno kuchanyana mulimbu babereka witegwaniso bana besu mbutu yosiya bakajane bubotu batakwinga ili chonse chindipe mapenzi akabachere so mbubo tumundajana kuno kuchanyanya twalomboza kuti bayabenu bamwi balipa kuti bakakage tanche muti banga bayoka kali mukusika kuti asiko kuno kwiya bayozumina kamboka bubotu mbutwajana kuno.
I'm very involved in the Chanyanya Chianzi project. Now, I think the main thing that we should also look at is that we have had problems of food security. So this is another. It's not like the one the movement the people of the valley made from Gwembe to Lusitu. This is just a different approach. It's just a new concept where the investor is coming in so that he can improve our livelihood, especially in irrigation. So I wouldn't advise anybody to be actually skeptical of this project. It's already happening here in Chanyanya. Of course, you don't expect to be millionaires with overnight. It will take some time. It's more designed for our children, so that over the years, through experience, then we shall have left our children in a good state. Oh, yes, we are very excited because, many times people are not very sure of us. But when you see new people coming here to learn from you, you're actually very proud that, some people have seen that there's something better for us. Especially when there are government officials that are with them. Because I know the government can never cheat people, can never allow anybody to steal land. So we are really happy and actually we're excited and proud at the same time. Well, when I look at this house, of course there's an improvement in our housing. People are, we would never have built these houses for years and years, maybe until death. But now people are able to possess such houses. Yeah, the message I'm relaying to them is that as they've seen, these are very good houses. And it's something that they can afford through this project. So it's better they accept, and I think they'll see, this has improved, they will be leading better lives. Yes, actually we are just waiting for a drilling company to come in. We are going to have a good water recirculation system, where we shall have a tank and outside pumps for each house. There will be an outside tap. But if people get the monies on their own, they would take the waters in their houses, connect to the main lines. Well, perfect, I wouldn't say maybe perfect, but at the moment, this is the project that can help people.
And when you have to bring in people in the name of development, the people must be better off than the way the project finds them. So we have gone through a lot of a series of education and sensitization, including this particular tour, whereby these farmers you are seeing, they are going to be able to see how those people in Chiansi were displaced and how they have been settled. They look at the houses that have been built on their behalf. You can see from a shack into a 2-3 bedroomed brick walled and iron sheet roofed house. Even if they do not engage in the actual irrigated crop production, you can see just by mere fact that they have been properly accommodated and provided with accommodation, shelter, permanently. That in itself is a plus, is an advantage. It's a win-win situation for them. Our focus, of course, is to bring about irrigated crop production, commercial irrigated crop production for the small-scale farmers of this country. The small-scale farmers, as you can see behind here, they are perplexed. They have seen the center pivot owned by their fellow small-scale farmers is being operated and managed by small-scale farmers. There is wheat, this wheat, by the small-scale farmers. It's a very, very, very innovative and groundbreaking efforts that we are trying now to bring about in our efforts to bring about sustainable development in the agricultural sector.
With this conclusion, the farmers of Lusito are again taken around Kalea smallholders in Mazabuka district of Southern Province. This is one of the projects built out of the aspirations of the rural poor.
anzimbe eyo njomwe akalima kambo general name tuziva kuti ni nzimbe. So alimpe nenzimbe ino kambo kuli N14 kuli N25 kuli 375 kuli pinda ino musho bwa nzimbe banyangumwe akabona kuti wachita qualify nguli kambo mbuli kumapoka so tuziva kuti mapoka tatu kuti ngupana ni tawo.
Ya mbulimbo mwabuya nzimbe irigisi ma varieties asiyene mapinda yakali nzimbe yakaindi ma 376 yakali nzimbe yakaindi kuti mwalange chapinda ijisibo menda manji so tijisi sugar munjanji ndiza izwapo molasses ngo munjanji 376 ijisi bagasi munjanji ino nimbotu ilaba amastuzi manji astu inga ninji ilo injomu wakuti N25 ndiza N19 N14 nzimbe kuti yakazwa ku Durban Natal so N is Natal ku South Africa chino jindi potwede tatulimi nzimbe pe tulima sugar so ma N aya jamba kuti ngama varieties ako yakupanga sugar mboto
chindabotero chakuti uchianzikwa chindakakwiya ndakakubona kwamba kuti tini bama headmen abantu bakaberekela antu omwe kwakanyina boyumuyuma ayo bakazwidirira mukuberekela antu omwe kuya mbunda iya kwa mbunda bona mebo bobotero mbunda botero kwa ukaleya ndabotero kwamba kuti bama farmers baliko kuya bali sumpukide ikuzwa mpuwa kabedi kuzona bakatarika mu 1983 kusika chinde chino ndabona kwamba kuti abantu baya mpela kuina bubipe mundi bwene kwamba kuti ni uba kuti tolonze kwake twantanta mukabiyo kuina chimi chindibona kuti ngache chiyakunyongani ape takwe kamba kuti mbuli nimenda libone na kwamba kuti nikuba kuti wakuba kulonzegwa ndalibona kale kuzwa kuchiyanzika kuti akabenze ikuti bona bakagusigwa momya bakakubikilwa kusaiti bakababambira kaboto takwintunga tuya kuchinja muzezo pe mebonda ndili masimpe kwambira boma kwamba kuti takwe nituya kuchinja pe tuyanda kuti lusumpukolo kabe lusumpukolo kalilira mweliya bubusana bwesu.
While the rest that characterized a larger part of the late 1950s can now be described as history. These humble ones, the proud warriors of the Tonga Valley, go back with sufficient knowledge and information on what it would be and what it would take for them to foster their own destiny. With that much elusive distant future, marked with scars of the Kariba tragedy, beckons a new horizon with a project whose implementation will result into attained increased agricultural production, high standard of living, with at least a well-managed natural bounty. For the rest is now history.